Blessed morning, friends, folks. We're up and at 'em. We're going to get our triceps blasted before we have homecoming services. Some say it's a funeral, some say it's a homecoming. I believe a funeral is for someone that sadly has to go to the second death to hell, but a homecoming is for one that goes home to the kingdom of heaven. And this young Kawa lady here, she went home to the kingdom of heaven because her heart was right with the Lord. Ashley, Tamika, Diane Pixley. Met the family last night at the wake-in, was very touched by what I saw. So, I believe today's lesson is going to go hand in hand in Boatman's book. This is In Your Trials. We have a quote from Henry Ward Beecher. It is trial that proves one thing weak and another strong. And the scripture is Job 1:22. In all this, Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing. How often we do that? I did that in 1981 when I was 10 years old, but I straightened out in the next 22 years. In word, when adversity strikes, our true spiritual maturity comes to the surface. Many of us can play the game of godliness, appearing to be mature, while undisciplined attitudes rage within. But when adversity hits, all is exposed. Our true feelings about God come out in the question we ask and the actions we take. Job was a genuine saint. His faith surpassed that of all others of his time. Crisis came and Job guarded his thoughts and his words. He did not sin by accusing God of doing him wrong. Can we say the same? Often we're in a crisis, we ask God, why are you doing this to me? Sometimes it's an honest question, but often it has undertones of accusation in it. We're just sure we don't deserve the trials that have come upon us, unaware that often trials have nothing to do with what we do or do not deserve. Our trials can be, as they were in Job's case, an opportunity to demonstrate the validity of our worship. They could develop our character and help us grow closer to God. When we assume that our trial is an unfair judgment or repayment from God, we expose our true feelings about ourselves. It means we were in a quid pro quo relationship with Him based on rights rather than grace. Indeed, adversity tells a lot about what we really believe. Perhaps that's why God allows it to strike us from time to time. It answers the questions we need to have answered. It displays the accurate measure of our growth and the true nature of our relationship with God. How do you react when you're in a crisis? Is your first impulse to charge God with unfairness? Go back to the cross and remember that His righteous judgment against us would have been fair. God gave us grace instead. Remember, grace is unmerited favor. The crisis means something else. Worship God in the midst of it, and let God use your trials to draw you closer to Him. Go hard and Dakalakosha, Christ Spirit. I love you and I thank you so. To be asked when the body's been home with the Lord. And I thank you so, Lord, for taking my wife home, for taking my niece Hillary Wolftongue home, and for taking this young lady Ashley home, Lord. It is sad to see her husband and her kids and her mom and all of them mourning. But Lord, she's seeing the dawn of a new morning in the kingdom of heaven. She's been there since she crossed the stars to you. As the heavens are higher than the earth, a spiritual rebirth leads to a true rebirth eternally forevermore. And this is where these people are. We shall see them someday, Lord, but we must be here on Hindalamoka and upon earth, being about your business. We are about your business, Father. In your mighty name we pray, in your mighty name we slay, in your mighty name we live life day to day. Knowing you open up ancient gates, we open up ancient doors, and let the King of Glory enter. Who is the King of Glory? He is the one, invincible in battle. Be blessed in your iron journey, especially in trials and tribulation. Count it a joy to be in a trial and tribulation, where we are warriors of His salvation.